listening to us talk tonight. But to me, really the most important question that you can ask any candidate like ourselves to stand before you and ask for your vote and support is, why are you running for office? And for me, that answer is very simple. I'm running for the same reasons that I'm a Republican. That's because I believe in low taxes, less government, personal responsibility, and free enterprise. It's because I want a government that protects and defends its Constitution and its citizens first and foremost. But after that, I want the government to give me and everybody else as much individual freedom and encourage people to take as much personal responsibility as possible. That doesn't mean there's not a role for government in our lives. It's just that if we do decide to help people, I think it should often be with a hand up and not a hand out. And I think right now we have a tremendous opportunity in this state to build a government based on these principles. That's when every challenge provides an opportunity. And when the challenges are the greatest, the opportunities are the greatest. Our state budget has decreased by over $6 billion over the last few years. The Great Recession has done what no establishment politician has been able to do, and that's reduce the size of government. Now we have the opportunity to send a new person to Tallahassee who will work to sustain those reductions, not unnecessarily raise taxes, and give us the limited government that we have preached for so many generations. But I understand there are people from different political philosophies here, and I think it's incumbent upon us to explain what happens to other states that don't embrace the principles of limited government. We need to show people the examples like California, who with excessive taxes and an easily amended constitution have been forced to pay their state employees with IOUs because they can no longer afford their budget. Examples like Detroit, who, because they've refused to adapt and modernize for a 21st century economy, have been forced to close half of their public schools, and that they're now the poster child for urban decay. And a lot of people will say, these things are because that we've allowed businesses to get too big to fail. Well, I always say that, governments can get too big to fail too, and when they do, the consequences are far more dire. And to me, we need to make sure that Florida doesn't become like California, so that the United States does not become like Greece. But I say all that to say that there is a role for government in our lives. There are people in our community who need our help. There are people who are born with severe disabilities who need care for their entire lives. Kids whose biological parents abused, abandoned, and neglected them. People who were never given a fair shot to begin from the very start. These people deserve all of our help. But if you were born with a strong mind and two hands, I think the government should get out of your way and let you be as successful as possible. And if you start the next Fortune 500 company, earn $1 million, and employ 1,000 people, then we should thank you for creating something the world wants to buy. And if you don't, there's nothing wrong with an honest day's pay for hard work. And those are the reasons why I'm running for government, because I know there are principles out there that will allow us to come out of this recession stronger than we went in. And just because we preach limited government doesn't mean we should abdicate our responsibility for helping those less fortunate. I'm Jeremiah Guccione, and I very humbly and I very respectfully ask for your vote in August. Thank you.